Last week I shared with you the first 4 truths to jumpstart your journey along the path to living and thriving in a life of freedom and fullness. And this week I want to continue to empower, encourage, and equip you to break out of that striving and struggling and surviving so you can step into the more that's awaiting you. Let me start this week with a question. If you could live like a son or daughter of a king, like the powerful warrior prince or warrior princess that you really are, instead of living like an orphan or an outsider, how would you live differently? Just stop and ponder that for a minute. You'd feel, you'd think, you'd carry yourself differently, and you'd most likely make many alternative decisions. Because let's face it, life would probably be very drastically different for many of you. The truth is, we live like orphans because we don't really know who we are and the power and the authority that we carry because of whose we are. And as a result, we live small. We live in fear. We live in lack and self-sufficiency. We live isolated with low expectations. We live powerlessly. We live in defeat, in a defeated stance. We live, and by continuing to settle for living like that, we're allowing the enemy to steal the life that God created and intended for us right out from under our noses every day. Isn't it time to recover your true identity as the warrior that you are and live the free and full life that God promises you? We begin to do this by knowing who we are and whose we are. Because we are sons and daughters of a king. We're the sons and daughters of the creator of the whole universe. And he is the great warrior. And our identity is secure in him. We don't have to strive for it or seek for it. We can choose to live from it and not for it. We're free to be who we are authentically, and we'll be honored for that. But here's the deal. Our painful, disappointing experiences in life demonstrate something else to us. But you know what? It's time to stop letting evil to rob us blind with the lies and the deceit. He's gotten away with that way too long. We have a destiny to fulfill, a unique purpose to inhabit, and it's our inheritance to do that. And the only thing we have to do is to receive it, is to connect with our own heart and with his heart, and then he unleashes his love and his wisdom to us there. His supernatural power is the force that empowers us to step boldly and courageously into the true self and unleash our brilliance into the destiny that awaits each of us. When we spend time in his presence, his spirit awakens our spirit and transforms us from the inside out. And when we choose to do the inner heart work, our passions are ignited. We're realigned with him. And then our purpose, our unique purpose, is illuminated. He speaks it to us clearly and affirmatively. He reveals that special piece of his heart that each of us have that no one else reflects. That supernatural gift that he placed in each of us. He shows it to us. When we live in the land of promise and the land of purpose, we have access to all of God's resources in abundance for the anointing that we've been given. And we are fully supported and fully protected by our Father, who lavishes favor and blessings upon us. Does that sound too good to be true? Does it sound too hard? Because it's not. It's our inheritance. And to continue settling for life any other way is a tragedy for you and for me and for all the others in the world who desperately need what you carry. How would life change for you if you began to live in the truth of who you are and whose you are? Evil wants you to keep settling for living, for striving, existing, for struggling, for surviving, but God calls you to live fully alive. And once you know the truth and you experience it in your heart, you can step into it and live it out knowing that you're powerful, that you're protected, you're covered, you're supported, you're loved, you're chosen, and you're anointed. And then you can partner with God in living the life that He intended for you, a victorious and abundant life. Isn't it time that you do your heart work and learn His way, His path? Because it is life changing, it's supernaturally transforming, and it's all yours if you choose it. May the warrior within you awaken and arise.